Hello and welcome back. I just want to remind you that if you didn't have a great 2023, then you're guaranteed to have an even more awful 2024 if you keep doing this. And what is that in particular is that you're embarrassed of failure or you're ashamed of failure. Actually, research has shown that this is one of the biggest reasons why people fail, because they're embarrassed about failing. Now, you may wonder, how is that possible? It's because once you're embarrassed about failing, you tend never to try, because we all hate to be embarrassed. We all hate to be in the position where we are disgraced. But I tell you, if you want to succeed this year, the first and most important thing for most people is to get rid of your embarrassment of failure. Because many times people think they have a fear of failure. It's not really a fear of failure, it's a fear of the embarrassment that failure brings. And also, you can't be embarrassed unless there are people. Embarrassment, according to psychologists and sociologists, is a function of society. If you're living alone at home, you're not embarrassed if you fart out loud. It's when it happens in public that you get embarrassed, because now there is a society around you. So when we're talking of fear of failure, we're really talking about the embarrassment of failure, and we're really talking about the embarrassment of failure in the eyes of the people around you, in the eyes of society. So if you get rid of the people, particularly the thoughts you keep having about what you think people are thinking about you or waiting for you to fail, then you automatically get rid of that embarrassment and therefore get rid of the fear of failure, giving you the room to do the exact thing that you need to do to succeed this year, and that is to fail. Yes, precisely. You need to create that new channel, you need to create that new account, you need to quit that job and pursue that dream with the hopes and the confidence and the guarantee or the expectation that you're going to fail. And it's in failing that you will learn what doesn't work and eventually find out what works to actually succeed. So failure is part of the process. You can go around it, but we never get through that process into success, because what? Fear of failure, which actually is the embarrassment of failure because of what we think people would think about failure. And that is why it's often easy for people to travel to a new place, an entire new place where no one knows them, and reinvent themselves from scratch. Why? Because there is no one there in that society that knows them, that they feel they should be holding themselves back because they're trying to please the mental image that they think this person or this society or this family group of people around them expect them to uphold. So they have the freedom to break free from those chains and barriers and actually become what they truly believe in them that they want to become. Now, mind you, this principle is a two-edged sword. I have to admit that, because that is what you witness with the people who are pushing the alphabet society to the LGBTQ and all of that. This is how they build their structure on secrecy. So you often realize that a child is identifying as something else in school at the ignorance of the parents, while at home they are completely different, because once they are somewhere where no one knows them, they can take advantage to reinvent themselves. But that's in the negative. So if they can use that principle for what the scriptures call evil, then I believe we too can learn to tap that same principle to break free from the societal norms of the expectation of what you should be. So you have a dream, you have a passion that is very different from what everyone expects you to be, but it's right, it's godly, it's ethical, and it's worth pursuing. Then you have to decide to mentally, at least, if you cannot physically displace yourself from a society where you won't have to worry about embarrassment of failure and therefore fear of failure, you can at least mentally separate yourself from that by acknowledging that at the end of the day, these people are just people, and they're just the regular people like every other person around you. So you just happen to think they're my family and they have this thought or the expectation, or they are my friends, and what if they see me failing and all of that. All of that is in the mind. It's literally in the mind. So if you're going to succeed this new year and the years going forward, you have to deliberately break free from that fear of embarrassment and be willing to ridicule yourself as you try something new. Because the fact that you have not succeeded and you're watching this video right now on how to succeed, it means that you've probably been doing something that is not working, and you can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. So whatever new thing you've dreamt of trying, whatever new path you've dreamt of pursuing that is godly, that is ethical, then this is the time for you to do exactly that. Get out there, break free, and simply fail. And make sure you fail a lot, because there's no other way to go about this. Proverbs 9 verse 8, do not correct a scoffer, one who foolishly ridicules and takes no responsibility for his error, or he will hate you. He says, correct a wise man, one who learns from his error, and he will love you. So just like we were saying, if you're a wise person, then you're open to failing, to taking responsibility for it and learning from it. While the losers, the failures, accept no responsibility for their error, and that's why they carry the mindset of embarrassment. Oh, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of these people. That's exactly what he's saying there. They foolishly ridicule others and they take no responsibility for their error. But the wise person is the one who understands that failure is a path to learn, and they are open to fail and learn and grow and achieve their goals in life. So that's our time in this video. I just said I should remind you of that, okay? You have to break free from the fear of failure, which is really the fear of the embarrassment of failure, or being seen failing by the people around you that you keep holding to a higher standard in your mind than you really necessarily should, because Proverb has told us you should be open to fail and to learn from your error instead of carrying a mindset of embarrassment or ridicule in the face of failure. So if you get rid of that mental dependence on people, you get rid of the embarrassment of failure, therefore you get rid of the fear of failure, and therefore you see failure for what it truly is, the process to success, and you've already set yourself on course to great success this year, because you're going to be willing to try new things, and that is the only way to get new results and potentially the result you so desire. So that's our time in this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, hit that bell if you're new to this channel. A big thank you to our Patreons for helping us create content like this. You too can support this channel. The link is down below. I am bodas djoumessis from Wisdom for Dominion. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, stay blessed.